To the GCN Show. Welcome to the GCN Show!
Welcome to the GCN Show, live from the Handlebar Cafe in Santa Barbara in SoCal.
Yeah, we've got E3, Volta, Catalunya, Alfredo Binda, Criterium International.
Gent-Wevelgem, Riis leaves Tinkoff-Saxo, and Cancellara crashes.
Plus all of our usuals, tweet, caption, comment of the week with an all-American flavor.
Brilliant!
Plus an added feature, GCN does Baywatch.
Well, we've been here in California for almost a week now. We've shot some absolutely amazing content on some really beautiful roads. But back in Europe, it's been incredibly busy on the racing front. So here's our take on the most important parts of the last 7 days.
Once again, the Criterium International was held on the French island of Corsica, and once again, Jean-Christophe Perrault emerged as the overall winner. But first, the yellow jersey belonged to American Ben King. King soloed to victory on the opening stage, then held on to the race lead on the afternoon 7-kilometer time trial. But when it came to Sunday's summit finish, Perrault soloed to victory on the summit of the Col d'Hospital. Last year's Tour de France podium finisher, looking again good again for July this year.
Yeah, actually, it was this race last year when he won that maybe put a 500 to 1 bet on him for the Tour de France. Each way, of course, giving me 125 to 1 returns. 700 quid straight in the back pocket.
And where's our coffees? Yeah.
Right here.
Think on, Dan.
All right, caption of the week now. Last week we gave you this photo of Dan, and the winner is Addy Baddy, who says, "Dream, dream, dream, I am your conscious Dan. You were the best rider on the Cervelo test team and the most sexiest boss. Now ask for some complimentary peanuts."
Dan was on the Cervelo testing?
Yeah, it's quite a surreal one, that one, but...
Well done, Addy. Well, we shall send you some complimentary GCN swag in the post if you get in touch with your address. You can do that on Facebook or wherever. This week's photo, though, came from one of the Belgian classics, and it's Rudy Selig of the Katusha team, covered in mud. As per usual, we shall get you started off, so over to you, Matt.
Yeah. Anybody got any loo roll?
It's unbelievable how you always get them, like,
It's just natural,
so
mate.
quickly.
I know.
Impressive.
Anyway, make sure that you give us your entries for this week's caption competition by leaving them in the comments section below this video.
We wondered last week whether the GC battle at the Volta Catalunya was over on the very first day, and it turns out it wasn't. It's been a great race. Alejandro Valverde took 3 stages, but it was Richie Porte of Team Sky that took the overall win, which makes him the world #1 ranked rider so far this year.
A little bit of sad news now. Many of you will remember that we were mentioning Stephen Abraham a month or 2 ago because he is attempting to break this year the world record of Tommy Godwin that was set so many years ago for the amount of miles ridden in one single year. However, disaster struck on Sunday where he clashed with a car and broke his ankle. So it looks like the record is over.
Yeah, get well soon. Yeah. Hitting a moped is pretty bloody unlucky, that.
Yeah.
Geraint Thomas's win in the GP Harelbeke was arguably the finest victory of his career, but it wasn't just the victory itself. I think it was the manner of the win. He was away with Zdenek Stybar of Ethics and Peter Sagan of Tinkoff-Saxo. In the last 4K, he dispatched both of them and rode to the finish with a couple of little drags at an average speed of 49 kilometres an hour, which is absolutely incredible. Again, for his finest win ever. But I think
it's a long way from his PB, that 49k an hour. His best 4k time is significantly less.
Maybe he should be a little bit disappointed. Well,
he normally does like close to 60k an hour for a 4k.
Well, there you go. But he's got to be a favourite now. I mean, Sky now have a... Do they have a dilemma? Bradley, Wiggins for Roubaix, or G, or a 2-pronged attack?
Stannard.
There you go. 3-pronged attack. That's 3 prongs.
And now it's time for comment of the week from last week's GCN show. This is coming from XX Stitch XX Shadows XX. Sounds mysterious. Holy wow, is Matt secretly an American? He would have fooled me, that is for sure. Mailman.
Mailman.
What? Mailman?
Mailman.
Neil, you don't sound American when you say mailman. Let me do it for you.
It's amazing. Don't know what to say to that, really.
Mailman.
Again, on the news show, this is from Franta Novak. Hi guys, I really like your show. However, how is it possible that Cy was banned for wearing Speedos and the boss wearing those white shorts is not punished for that? Where is the justice? It's a good point.
Pretty sure I was banned for my chest rug, not my Speedos.
What I think Franta might be missing is that you were wearing the white shorts as a punishment.
No, it was when I was riding for Cervelo Testi.
Do you ride for solo testing?
Yeah. No,
Did
I've not
you?
told you that.
No.
2 years I spent with Cervelo Testi. During the entirety of the team, actually, I was there.
Did not know that.
Now, Geraint Thomas was actually a large feature in the Gent-Wevelgem race as well, partly because he got blown off the road by a huge gust of wind, but also because he did finish on the final step of the podium in 3rd place. However, he was no match for the really wily old cat, 38-year-old bearded leg-warmer Luca Paolini of Team Katusha. He outfoxed all of his breakaway companions in the final 10 kilometres, leaving Nicky Terpstra in 2nd place. However, with 2 Ethics quick steps in that final breakaway, Steen Vandenberg as well, questions are once again being asked as to exactly how astute that team is.
Although they do have 17 wins on the road, but it's a fair point in relation to classics.
Could have
That's
30.
it. Ethics quick step are only going to be judged on 4 weeks. So guys, Tour of Flanders this weekend. Who's looking good?
Geraint Thomas is the man of the moment, I think. Showed in Milan San Remo as well. He's on super form, and I think his time is right. I think it's going to be G.
Edix Quickstep, I think they have the strongest team. I can't say who will win, but I do think Greg Van Avermaet will again finish 2nd.
Well, it's a huge opportunity this year, given that Burnham and Cancellara are out. Hopefully, some of the young guns will come to the fore. I'm going to go with my good friend Sepp Van Mark. So what do you think, Cy? Agree with us or disagree?
Well, all strong favourites. I wonder whether Christoph is worth a mention. You know, perhaps not showing as good a form as last year, but still, super strong guy.
Funny that no one said Sagan.
No, that is funny, because normally with Boonen and Cancellara out, you'd have to say Sagan would be the huge favourite, but he's just not on form, is he?
Just don't think he showed enough. On the channel this week, on Wednesday, it's how to improve your efficiency on the bike.
Much of your ability to ride your bike for hours on end is your body's ability to use fat as a source of fuel. All of us have only got a limited supply of glycogen to use, so it makes sense to train your body to use your fat reserves, of which all of us, even us, have got plenty.
Thursday is the top 10 riders to watch at the Tour of Flanders.
On Friday, we have a possible surprise video from Tom Last, and then on Saturday, it's Alexis Ryan of United Healthcare's Pro Bike.
On Sunday, we have Off the Back, also with Tom Last. And on Monday, how to install valve extenders, which is actually far more interesting than it sounds.
Yeah, and of course, next Tuesday it is back to this GCN show live.
Live.
I know. The second round of the Women's UCI World Cup took place on Sunday. The Trofeo Alfredo Binda on a hilly course just north of Milan.
Yeah, Lizzie Armitstead took the win ahead of Pauline Ferrand-Prévot and her Rabo-Liv teammate Anna van der Breggen after showing considerable sang-froid in that final break.
Yeah, and with that win, she took the World Cup lead, which she'll take into the Tour of Flanders next week.
Sunday also saw an unfortunate calendar clash with the women's Gent-Wevelgem also being held. Floortje Mackaij of Liv Plantur won that race with a late solo attack.
Nice pronunciation there, Neil.
Yeah.
Floortje Mackaij.
That was Scottish, by the way. I like it.
Brilliant.
Floortje Mackaij.
I like that.
Brilliant.
This is what I've got to say. Surprise of the week this week is also actually some of the biggest news, and that is that Bjarne Riis has been sacked by Tinkoff-Saxo.
But is it actually really a surprise? Didn't we all kind of see this coming from the minute that Tinkoff bought the team from Riis?
I mean, I think that's debatable, but I think over the last few weeks, especially with their, there's a bit of a public face-off between Tinkoff and Riis at Tirreno. It's been looking pretty dicey.
Yeah, I think the concern for the team has got to be results moving forward. A lot of those riders, I think, probably joined Tinkoff-Saxo purely to be with Bjarne Riis, who has an admirable record, and their heads are going to be, well, down the toilet. right now.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a formal announcement next week by the team in relation to the new team structure going forward. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out too.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine who's going to replace someone like Bjarne Riis. Let's wait and see next week. Now, our disappointment of the week is actually a really bad one this week. Poor old Matt Stevens here hasn't actually been able to ride his bike here in California the last couple of days because he pulled his hamstring while sprinting down the beach in his bib shorts. But luckily, our producer did manage to get it on camera in slow motion. Enjoy.
Big shock and disappointment at E3 Harelbeke when Fabian Cancellara crashed out with 2 broken vertebrae. Last week, boning out, now Cancellara out of the Spring Classics. No idea when he'll be back, possibly eyeing the Richmond World's time trial.
Yeah, Nedvald Bosenhagen of MT and Quebec, another casualty as well. He broke his collarbone in a crash marred at Gent-Wevelgem.
Spring Classics may end up just being last man standing.
Quite possibly.
We've got a couple of tweets of the week for you this week. This first one comes from Jason Thorpe. He said, Tinkoff-Saxo riders left wondering who will pick up Riis's pieces. And for those of you who don't know what a Riis's piece is,
anybody want one?
There you go.
Are there any left? I've been scoffing them all day.
I know.
Anyway, as we said, there are 2 tweets of the week this week, and the next one comes in from Nick Bird. He says, Thomas riding it like a boss to @DanielLloyd1 hill climbing session with @GCN tweet. Well done, Thomas. You are genuinely riding like a boss.
Or a mini boss.
Bossing it.
I call this one Contador, this one Kreuziger, this one Sagan.
Now it's time for Extreme Corner from California.
Next week, normal service resumes. We will be back on our red sofa back in the UK, and Neil will be back in Boulder.
Yeah, and if you'd like to see some more content and you haven't yet seen how to clean your shoes, you can find that by clicking up there. And if you want to see how to improve your power, click down there.
Yeah, and to subscribe to GCN, remember it's absolutely free. Please tell your friends and family if you'd like to. But to do that, to subscribe, click on Neil's sunburnt nose. Just there. Oh, sorry.
Still sensitive.
Just there.
Told you how strong the sun is in California, Neil.
Well, yeah, we did warn you.
I should have known.
Yeah.
I lived here 30 years.
You over 30?